Hey guys, it's Dakota. It is 11 a.m., which means I get to start my video by taking one of these. So let's talk about it. Medication, such a controversial topic on so many levels for so many reasons. Whether it's for physical pain or mental, there's always somebody who has something to say about it. Now, the medication I take is for mental pain and isn't even technically my medication at the moment because I just started. If you don't know, it takes about a month for medication to figure out if it's going to work properly or not. So you have about a month of a trial of the same medication. It's not even trial and error because it takes about a year of trial and error sometimes to get to where you need to be. But you take about a month of one medication and you take it for the month and you either hate it or you love it, and you have to suffer through it for that whole month just to see. And then of course we have dosages. If you just saw, that pill I took was half a pill because they aren't quite sure if I can take the full one yet. So they give me a bottle of full ones and I cut them in half until I decide, is it working? If not, I take the full one. If the full one isn't working, we up the dosage, and that's how medication works. I've had a difficult journey with this. Well, not as difficult as most, but I have had a relatively challenging journey. I was lucky because the second medication I tried was the one that worked for me. And not a lot of people are like that. But funnily enough, whenever I mention the first medication I was on, everyone says, "Ugh, I hate that stuff." Thanks to my doctor for that one. But regardless, I eventually got on the one that is good for me, so whatever, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. You'd think I have a little bit more to say about it than I do, considering I'm making an entire video on it, but I just wanted to get on here and explain a little bit about my medication and side effects and all of that jazz. So the first medication I ever took, it was called Abilify, and it was for bipolar disorder. I am not bipolar, so you can imagine how well that worked out. It had a lot of side effects, some including nausea, exhaustion. I couldn't sleep at night, and then when I would be around friends and people, I would just be falling asleep in front of them. I dropped 10 pounds, and I am a small person as it is. I'm wearing this, I'm pretty sure this is medium-sized sweatshirt, and I'm swimming in it. So that was hard. It was a hard month, and it was around the holidays, and it was not a great time. I was under a lot of stress as well, so that didn't help. And then they switched it over to an antidepressant, and I felt good for about 3 months until I stopped taking it because apparently the insurance we had no longer accepted my doctor. Okay, so I tried to find other doctors, and for 6 months, no luck. But I notice my old psychiatrist is still popping up on my health provider's page. So finally, 6 months after looking, I take a shot in the dark and I call them and I say, "Hey, do you still take my insurance? Because 6 months ago, my mom told me that you guys stopped." They go, "Yeah, we never stopped." Okay. So my mother took the one medication that was helping me cope with life away from me because it made her uncomfortable and lied to me about it. That was a hard one. Regardless, I am 18 now and can do whatever I want. So I go in and I have to see a new doctor because my old doctor doesn't take adults. So I see a new doctor, waiting for her to slap another label on me. I've had ADD, bipolar, everything. She listens says I'm doing a lot better, it seems. Asks me why I even want to be on medication. I say, I don't know, but I have a feeling I need to be. She says, okay. And she prescribes me my same old medication. And you just watched me take the second dose of it. So here we are 2 days in. Obviously, not much has changed. Just coping with the interrupting of chemicals in my brain, not used to getting the amount of serotonin and happiness that I'm currently getting. So sleep is a little messed up. Addiction is a little bit worse. Coping is a little bit weird. And just learning how to function with the new neurons in my brain is a lot. And these are things that you can't really understand unless you've taken medication. Because you'd think, okay, it just works like Tylenol. Bad mood, bad headache, same. It's not. The different neurotransmitters in your brain are very skewed and messed up and confused. And you kind of have to adjust everything you know and everything you do to that. Because you're not going to quite feel the same. Listening to music is a little bit different. Kissing is a little bit different. Hanging out with friends is a lot different. Everything's different. And that's kind of what I like to say when people ask me about my medication. Is it better or worse? Neither. It's different. I'm sorry if this didn't answer a ton of questions for anyone, but if you do have any, please send them to me, and maybe I will do a more informed video about medication. This was more about me than anything else, because I'm having a weird time this time around. It's always weird to get off of something and then back on the same thing. It's quite different, because it's just like being in a parallel universe. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble, if anybody's still here. And thanks for watching.